Peace, what is good? Yes, from the whip once again. I gotta try to make these videos kind of quick. We got Saturday night, Vasyl Lomachenko returning after his demolition of Nakatani some months ago, as he faces yet another lightweight we've become accustomed to seeing in that of Richard Kami. That's taking again this Saturday live on ESPN, not the Plus. But real quick, Vasyl Lomachenko is a heavy favorite in this fight. I think with how the lightweight division at this point now is shaping up, Teofimo Lopez losing to George Kambosos, Devin Haney scoring the win over Jojo Diaz. Theoretically, Kambosos and Haney seems as if that's the fight for May. I hear Eddie Hearn talking about May is the target date. We're seeing Gervonta Davis and Isaac Cruz. That was on pay-per-view. I don't know what the numbers are yet. But needless to say, it looks like the lightweight division is somehow, some way going to consolidate itself sooner than later, right? So I ask, with Lomachenko getting a win this weekend, and let's just say he does, I'm picking him to win this fight, but how does he now place himself in the title picture when we understand how things roll, as it concerns, networks and promoters and who has titles and who's mandatory and things as such? I find it difficult to see where Vasyl Lomachenko is going to fit in this equation, because I'll tell you guys, if Lomachenko comes out of Saturday night and he storms through Richard Kami, I feel being that Lomachenko physically brings nothing to the table, meaning hardware or a title to fight for, I find it hard to believe that George Kambosos, Devin Haney, or Gervonta Davis are going to go anywhere near him. That's not to say, again, that they're afraid to fight him, but we all understand what this is, okay? It's all about the opportunity, the money, and who's bringing what to the table, and understanding what we know transpires and what we know goes about when we talk about trying to place these guys into fights. I have a difficult time seeing how Bob Arum and his immediate history trying to put these kind of fights together, not Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, which again is a heavyweight fight, which was going to bring a lot of people anyway. To place Vasyl Lomachenko in fights with Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, or George Kambosos, I just feel is going to be a very difficult task. But that being said, a report surfaced that Bob Arum is trying to create a matchup between Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, which people would be scratching their heads like, well, shouldn't Stevenson be fighting Oscar Valdez? Well, in conjunction with that, Bob is trying to make Navarrete versus Valdez, which, listen, none of us are going to complain about that fight, right? But I think Bob, and this is how I'm looking at it, I talked to Train, he has Shakur Stevenson, okay, who if he sees or has seen what has gone on with Terrence Crawford and how that whole situation blew up, you have to wonder if Bob is looking at Shakur Stevenson as somebody that he could use to get into the lightweight sweepstakes. And think about it, Shakur Stevenson gets a win over even Lomachenko right now, who is still, again, man, a very dangerous fighter. So I'll put the link, in the description. It was a tweet that was put out, but I forgot who reported it. But Bob Arum literally said they are trying to position a potential fight between Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson, which, listen, man, for the boxing purists, I'll be sitting down watching that fight, okay? But for Shakur Stevenson, if he were to get a win over Lomachenko, again, and I don't want to skip over Saturday, we still got to fight, but I think for Shakur Stevenson, and at least for Bob Arum, he's probably looking at this like, well, I got at least one horse in the race. Well, two, if you look at Lomachenko and Shakur evenly, but one guy has more of an upside, is younger, fresher, is going to go to lightweight, meaning Shakur. So does Lomachenko become that first fight for Shakur Stevenson if Lomachenko defeats Kami this Saturday? Lots to absorb, but let's get past this Saturday. So let me know what you think. First off, this Saturday, how do you see this fight playing out? And who do you think Lomachenko should fight next, given the options? You know, what do you guys think of a Lomachenko-Shakur Stevenson fight? Is it worth Lomachenko's time? That's another thing. Or does Lomachenko go back to 130 and fight Shakur for his title? But again, why would he do that? You know, lots to absorb. I get it. So let me know. First things first, this Saturday, Lomachenko, Richard Kami. I got Lomachenko. I don't want to say stoppage or decision, but like I'd probably lean towards a stoppage if he looks anything like how he looked against Nakatani. So let me know what you think. Follow us at Guard Boxing on Instagram. Follow me at Roberto_Flack. You know, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. Out till next time. Peace.